for the most part, both teams played really hard tonight. We didn't touch the paint spread as much. They did a good job staying with our shooters throughout the course of the night, but it allowed us to get to the rim at times and finish offensively. There was a little stretch there in the fourth where we didn't really execute. We were playing out of our drag and get some good looks even against their zone, and then we kind of went away from it. Got pretty stagnant or stationary with it instead of just let the domino, coming off the initial action and then let the dominoes fall however they may fall. So we got to do a better job making sure that we continue to execute throughout the course of the game. And then, at the first half, we got a little sideways with the officials, and even into the second half at the beginning. But our guys did a great job of refocusing and just trying to go win the game. I didn't help them out. It was a bad challenge that I did. I got to be better just as much as I'm telling those guys to be better. It was a bad challenge just from the simple fact that I couldn't help them in the second half with it because I had blown it in the first half. So I have to be better in that area. We, as a team, have to be better with our execution, especially in tight ball games. Throughout the course of 48 minutes. And then, at the end of the day, we have to leave the officials alone. But our turnovers hindered us a little bit. Our transition, especially in the first half, wasn't great. And a lot of it was due to our turnovers, which we cleaned up a little bit better in the second half. But, at the end of the day, most of the looks from the three-point line, I'll take any day of the week. They were good looks by a couple of our guys, and we usually knock those down. They didn't go in today.
Is there a point you wanted to challenge, perhaps down the stretch?
They're not necessarily down the stretch, but just in the second half, and I'm not sure, but Cat picked up bang 2 fouls, I think, in the third, and I had to sit him for a while. I got to give Yabusele credit. He didn't play at all in the first half, but he kept his mind present, and he gave us a huge lift off the bench. I think he played 10 straight minutes. So Yabu was fantastic, both at the 4 and the 5. But there were some calls that in the second half, if I had it, I would have used it. But and I'll be better with that.
Did you like the looks you guys got your last 2 trips, the initial actions before the offensive rebound, and was that what you guys wanted to get to?
Yeah, after the jump ball.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had a timeout, but if you ever get a chance to go back and look, most times in that situation, it's almost like a defensive rebound. They, like most teams, they were confused. I mean, you could see Wiggs trying to figure out who to go to. Tough shot probably by Deuce initially, but he got it up on the glass, and we had a numbers advantage because they were on the glass because they weren't matched up, and they were still trying to figure out who to go to. So that situation, I would do all over again. Just good play. Again, go back and see if anybody was open. But the biggest thing is Ware came out. He had a guy on his hip. He got it on the glass, and we were able to get 2 offensive rebounds or 3, whatever it was, because of it. So I'll take that again and put the defense in scramble mode before calling a timeout, let them get set, let them talk about what we're going to
do. Coach, I know you were saying you liked the shots that you guys got, even though they didn't fall.
Yeah. And
it's not the results you wanted, but going against one of the best offenses in the league, what was the mindset of trying to maybe close that shootout that was kind of happening, even though it became a 2-point game? But the Heat are a team that love to put up shots. You guys almost matched them, but what's your thoughts on there, just trying to close that gap going against a team that's so explosive like the Heat?
But it really wasn't a shootout. I mean, we scored 115, they scored 115. We scored 113. We've both been averaging over 120. And so, defensively, I thought it was a pretty good game by both sides. We got to continue to work on our transition defense. We got to continue to work on guarding the ball. We scored 22 fast break points, even with the turnovers, and they think they had 19. So, again, in a lot of areas offensively, I thought we were pretty good. We only took 36 threes, and usually I think we're up around 40, if not more. So a couple of them were rushed and contested, I thought, but we had some in the second half, man, that I thought were wide open and that normally go down, and they just didn't.
Where are you at with Mitch's minutes restrictions stuff like that? I know he only had 18 or something today. What's the limit?
Yeah, no, it's increased. It's gone up 3 times. And again, it's all part of the load management thing, and so it's not necessarily a restriction. It's just continuing the process with our load management. So it's going up. He can play 27 minutes. I threw Yabo in the game because Cat picked up early foul trouble, and Yabo was playing well. And so I didn't go back to Mitch because of it, but he's definitely in the 20s.
Good. All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, but I thought he was doing the mic.
We'll do last one here.
We saw Jalen on the court before the game going through his drills. Are you optimistic that he's good for Wednesday? And also, would he be nice to have a clutch player during the game final minute like that?
It's always nice to have a guy like that, but in terms of being optimistic, I mean, I was back in the back with our guys. So you tell me, what's he look like? He look good? I'll take your word for it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.